Hi, guys. Welcome to our very first episode of Unscripted. My name is Autumn Mosley. I'm 19 years old. I'm a freshman here at the University of Evansville, and I'm a bio pre-med major.
And I am Chance McDowell. I'm 18. I'm a freshman in a creative technologies major. I know we've all had to sit through that painful first day of classes where we have to come up with like 5 different facts about ourselves. And it's always such a hard thing to make them interesting. But we thought it would be fun if we surprised each other with fun facts about the other person.
Okay. I'm going to go first. I'm going to give y'all 2 fun facts about Chance. A little background, though, a little context. Chance and I have been best friends since, well,
And well, we started becoming friends in 3rd grade, but then we beefed for a while.
yeah, we like
But
hated each other.
it wasn't serious. Don't
It
worry.
was just like elementary school beef. We're besties now.
Yeah.
So,
We were just our friend Gabby, shout out Gabrielle. She introduced us to each other, and then I guess it was just like us fighting over Gabby. And then
yeah.
when we beefed, and I would like tell on her to the teachers
Yeah,
for
she
everything.
Chance literally got my name sent down to the office at Highland. I don't remember what it was for, but it was like our 4th grade teacher. Chance like told on me, and then my 4th grade teacher wrote my name up on the board and was like, "I am gonna be referring you to the office."
Yeah, I don't
And
remember
I
what it
cried
was.
about it. I don't remember either, but it's fine. We're over it.
Yeah.
So yeah. 2 fun facts about Chance. Number 1, black dahlias are her favorite flower. Black dahlias, if you guys don't know, they're like really deep purple, blackish flowers, and I think they fit Chance's vibe.
Do you want to know why they're my favorite?
Why are they your favorite?
I watched a documentary about I'm blanking on the hotel name. It's not the Cecil Hotel, but it's another very haunted hotel that's like known for paranormal activity, and there is a woman there. And I don't know her real name. So sorry to her.
Yeah.
May she rest. But I don't know her real name. She was murdered
Oh.
at the hotel. And it was bad. You can look up pictures of it. Look up well, actually don't look up pictures of it.
Yeah, I might pass on that
Um
personally.
but she got the nickname of the Black Dahlia.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I watched it and I was like, "What is a Black Dahlia?" And I looked it up and I was like, "That's really beautiful." So,
Yeah. Okay.
a little dark reason for me to like it, but I like it. So.
Yeah, they're pretty. Oh, okay. I'm looking up a picture. They're actually more reddish than purple.
Yeah, they're like some of them are actually blackened, but a lot of them are like purplish red.
Yeah.
Regular dahlias are usually just red or orange.
Okay. Yeah. They're really pretty though.
Yeah.
Second fun fact about Chance is that she owns a zoo. So she has so many animals at her apartment. Right now she has 3 leopard geckos, 2 cats, and 1 dog.
Yes.
And that is after getting rid of 3.
Okay. I got rid of, oh my gosh. Okay.
She had 2 bearded dragons and she got rid of those.
I
And
had to get rid of them because we didn't have enough space for them.
oh, where did you give them to? Like, who did you
Just
give them
the
to?
animal shelter.
Oh, you just here.
Yeah.
Well, hope they're doing well,
Yeah.
wherever they may be.
I think my mom's coworker took them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
She also had a tarantula.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Omar. His name was Omar.
And he died.
Yeah. Well,
Oopsie.
the circle of life. My fun facts about Autumn. Moving on, my fun facts about Autumn is that while she will not admit it, she can sing.
Stop it.
You're welcome. And then also, she reads very fast, like an entire book in one night.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like The more you do it, the more you read, the easier it is to kind of get it all
Yeah.
at once. Like your eyes just start to fly across the page and you get it. I don't know. Like the practice makes perfect for me personally. In my personal experience, that's how I got so quick at reading, but you know,
I can't read fast because I don't know. It starts to
yeah,
the words on the page just start to blend together, and then I don't know what's going on.
I get it. Well, when I read for fun, I can go like super speed fast, but whenever I'm reading for school, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't because I actually have to like try to retain all of the information. So,
Yeah, I've never been able to read fast. Every time like someone will show me a TikTok and it's like a long explanation of something, it takes me forever to read it. And then they're like, at that point, it's not even funny anymore.
I'll be showing you a TikTok and my arm will just be like stuck out.
I know.
For
And I'm still reading it, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, but I do like to read. It's just,
Yeah.
it takes me a while. Okay, so
Now on to a very serious.
yeah, we're gonna start off a little heavy in the beginning of this episode, but it is something that is extremely important to talk about and touch on, and people need to be made aware of it. Fortunately, a lot of people are aware of it, but it's important. It needs to be talked about.
Right.
So, I'm sure everyone knows about the Georgia school shooting that happened on the 4th that was committed by 14-year-old Colt Gray that ended up resulting in 4 deaths, 2 students, and 2 teachers.
Wow.
Yeah. It's since then there's been even more. It's plummeted into a whole, not that there weren't any shootings before, but this has really like day after day after day there's something new, whether it's a shooting or threats.
Right.
So,
Because just recently, the EVSC has gotten
yeah.
shooting threats in the last week,
Yeah.
and they still sent everybody to school.
Yeah, the first ones that I know of, it was said to happen on the 13th. Obviously,
Mhm.
luckily it didn't. Um, and then I think there was even more, like just the other day.
Yeah.
But luckily they got EPD on it real fast, and
Yeah, that's good.
but they still had school, which I don't understand
I
why.
wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, if I was the superintendent, I would have shut down the schools and did virtual days.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But the Georgia school shooting, um, the child who did it ended up going to court. Like that, he surrendered whenever the police. He fully surrendered.
Really?
And so, yeah, so he went to court. Him and his father went to court. He was arrested on 4 counts of felony murder and is being tried as an adult, but he is not eligible for the death penalty.
Yeah, which we were talking earlier about why we don't think he's eligible. It might be, you said it might be because of his age.
Yeah, I don't know why, cause like any other murderer who's like an adult, I feel like they would have been eligible for it,
Yeah,
as if their state doesn't.
because isn't the guy that did the Parkland shooting, isn't he up for the death penalty?
I believe so.
Like his trial's still ongoing and it's been like how many years now? It was like 2016, 2017 when it happened.
Yeah. So my guess is that because of his age, because he's only 14.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. So that's my guess as to why they didn't put him um
Do you
on death
know like
row.
how he managed to get the gun
His father gifted it to him.
for like Christmas?
Yeah, an AR-15.
He gave his 14-year-old son an
Yes.
AR-15 for Christmas.
Yes, and his father was questioned about that too, and basically just claimed like, oh, he didn't know that his son was a threat to anyone. So,
Okay.
but
So the father's on trial too, right?
yes, the father is on trial too. Um, they both appeared in court on the 6th on Friday, separately, of course. But his father was arranged on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. Because he had a history of like neglect towards Colt, and same thing with his mother. So the kid's obviously not coming from a very good environment and household.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that excuses
Right.
at all,
Right.
but it definitely provides some context to his mental state.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, the police found that he provided his son with a firearm, which was a AR-15, which
That's.
it baffles me that people are even able to access those.
I know. Let alone give a minor one.
Yeah, which I mean, if it wasn't, I mean, I'm sure that was pretty easy to do if it was just a gift, like for Christmas or something. But the Colt, the kid who shot up the school, he had already had run-ins with like the law for having a Discord group chat where he talked about how obsessed he was with the Sandy Hook school shooting and others, and how he took inspiration from them and like
Yeah.
wanted to complete what they had done and like live up to their legacy.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I think that like that's a really big trend in shootings today is like the taking inspiration from previous shootings thing.
Yeah.
I think like didn't the guy that did Parkland took inspiration from like Columbine. I think
Yeah.
Columbine was like the one that really started it in terms of like a chain reaction sort
Yeah,
of thing
because
of
that was
shootings.
like the first, not the first school shooting, but the first one to be really put into the media and like for everyone to know about.
Yeah. And the what they did, have you ever like read up on like the Columbine cuz they made like documentaries and stuff about it.
I've seen a few things. It happened. When did it happen? We weren't even
It
born yet,
was
were we?
like late 90s, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know a lot about it. I know more about the Sandy Hook one than Columbine.
Columbine, I remember I watched like this documentary on YouTube a while ago. It was a while ago, so forgive me if I like stumble or say anything wrong, but I'm pretty sure the guys who did it, not only did they like shoot up the school, but they made their own bombs and
Oh, yes, I do remember
the
that. Yeah.
bombs throughout the school. So they were blowing people up, they were shooting people.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I guess nobody had ever really seen anything that catastrophic before in like a school setting, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure there were.
Obviously there were probably some shootings
Yeah.
before that, but Columbine was just the one I guess that blew up in terms of reaching everyone.
Yeah.
So
And
that
sorry.
sorry, you go. You go.
And what a chain reaction that set off. A terrible
Yeah, horrible.
one.
Because now we got Parkland, we have Uvalde.
Yeah.
That was recent.
Yeah, the just 2 days after the Georgia one, there was one in Maryland at Joppatown High School where it was a 16-year-old shooter, Jalen Prince. He shot a 15-year-old classmate dead. He's also being tried as an adult. It's just, I don't know.
It's sad, and it's also like it
It's,
has to be an America problem because
yeah,
why isn't this stuff happening everywhere else?
it's preventable too
Yeah,
in multiple ways. The obvious is not letting children
have access to machine guns.
firearms,
Yeah,
especially firearms like that. I, if you come from a family of hunting, and that's like a hobby, sure,
I could be more understanding, I guess, of how they managed to get a hold of one.
yeah, but
I
the
guess.
fact that an AR-15 is just in someone's house is terrifying, and also just it doesn't. Who in their right mind? Because what are you using an AR-15 for? Whenever you shoot a deer with an AR-15, there's nothing left of the deer.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're gonna like, if you want to shoot an AR-15, you could just go to a shooting range, try it out, I guess, and then like give it back,
Yeah,
I guess. But you don't really. I don't understand what you would need one for besides just collecting it. I guess people just have like a weird. I mean,
yeah,
I guess I know people personally who just have like a obsession with collecting guns just to like put them
Yeah.
on the shelf, which
I
I
don't
don't
know.
really understand the
When
whole
I
trend
was
of
young, I
collecting
was
guns,
like, yeah, fine, that's a normal thing. But growing up and like seeing what has happened whenever people get a hold of these things, whenever they're not in the right
yeah,
headspace, it's like it's scary.
yeah, but also not but I'm agreeing with you. I'm not like trying to.
Mhm.
I just want to add on to what you said. I'm seeing on the flip side where now guns have become such a prevalent problem that a lot of people now feel like they need one
Yeah,
to
exactly.
protect themselves from crazy people who get hurt.
Well,
Is that politically correct to say crazy? I don't want to.
I don't know. I mean, there are definitely people who shoot up schools are definitely not in
People
the
who are
right
not in their
headspace.
right mind.
Yeah.
How about that? Um, so yeah, I understand that. Like wanting to get one because of everything that's happening,
Mhm.
but also like where do you draw the line from just repeatedly because it wouldn't more people that would just cause more guns to get
Yeah.
everywhere.
And after so many of these terrible school shootings and also just mass shootings around the US at bars and whatnot, you would
Concerts,
yeah,
all that stuff.
you would think that a change would be made, but nothing
Yeah.
has come out of it.
I don't know, but again, it's a sticky situation because how would you even go about changing it if you were president? Because taking the guns is I don't really think that's an option.
Yeah, because I mean, people are gonna get them anyways. It's
Right.
like making marijuana illegal. People are gonna get it anyways.
Right. I don't know if I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a politician. I'm not,
It's something that you really gotta ponder on. Because I mean, I don't. Is there a right answer? I don't know.
the only thing that we can say for sure is that something does need to be done
Yeah,
about this
yeah, for sure.
because it is very America has become a very very dangerous place to
Yeah,
be.
and we've had a personal run-in
Right.
with a school shooting.
Yeah. So
More you than me, if you want to talk about that.
sure, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my school shooting experience. Thank God it was not as bad as, you know, Parkland, Uvalde. It was not like a there was only one person that passed away as a result of this.
Yes.
It's still bad nonetheless. And it was the shooter that passed
Mhm.
in this situation. But I was 5th grade. I was at Central High School. They had like this morning program for elementary kids to like play instruments. And I joined and I was playing the clarinet. I was a woodwind. And I was in there and we were all practicing, or not practicing, but we were warming up for the day. And out of nowhere, we hear like multiple pops and glass shattering. And it was kind of weird because you can imagine how loud a room full of 5th graders playing band instruments could be. And the fact that it went from like level 100 sound to level 0 immediately because everybody got scared from the pops was like, I still think about that. Well, it haunts me every day. It doesn't haunt me every day. Sorry. It was so long ago. I like the memory is kind of fuzzy,
Yeah.
but I do occasionally think about it and I was like, wow, that's a crazy thing that I
Yeah.
lived through. But I heard pops, and then all of a sudden, over the intercom, lockdown, everybody barricade the door, get out of the way, sit down. We sat there for I don't even know how long. We sat there forever. Eventually, the police came and got us out. And oh, this is the kicker. This is the crazy thing. They okay. So context of this little mini shooting, I guess we had here.
Mhm.
I don't know the boy's name, but he was a central student. He was
Yeah.
part of the he was
He
openly
was
LGBT.
he was open sorry. He was out as gay to everyone
Yeah.
at school. Whether he came out himself or he was outed, I don't know. But he was bullied because of that. And so he originally went in that morning with the intent to shoot up the school. However, he ultimately decided to take his own life right in front of one of the front entrances.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, well, I'll get into the reflecting thing in a minute, but whenever they escorted us out, instead of taking us around the front entrance and away from where he had shot through the door and where he had, you know, harmed himself, they took us out the door that he did it in. So I remember walking by the door and there being like glass everywhere and there being like blood. at this point, now that I'm like remembering it, I don't remember if his body was still there. They could have like
I
taken
think
his
they
body.
covered it up because I remember once I got to the school, there was a body bag, but
Yeah. So they either, you know,
and they had to leave it there for a while before the coroner could come in.
yeah.
So,
So either I remember there being blood, I remember there being glass. Maybe I didn't see him specifically, but maybe I saw like a body bag
mhm,
because I don't really have like vivid memory of like a, you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, the crazy thing down the road, whenever I was reflecting on this, I I would have been one of the first to die if he had proceeded with the shooting, because the band room, he was at the band entrance, or not the band entrance, but like the auditorium entrance, because that's where the band room was, right in front of the auditorium. If he would have shot open the door, walked down, took a left, I would have been right in that doorway, like one of the first people there, and I would have died.
yeah,
He would have shot me and killed me, which is crazy, especially since it was a room full of elementary school kids.
yeah, all fifth graders besides the two instructors and whatever other faculty were there that early in the morning because it was before the actual school day had started, I believe.
Yeah, I think they did it like really early in the morning.
Yeah. So I wasn't at the school at the time. I was about to leave to go, and I was at a friend's house because I would go there in the mornings before school because my mom had to get to work very early. But as we were leaving, my friend's mom got a call and was like, "Hey, we're just gonna hang out here for a bit," and she didn't tell us what was going on, understandably. Um, but eventually we had to go, and then we found out because we went to Central still, and we were just um on like a school bus because the school buses would pick us up from Central to take us to our elementary school. So we did eventually find out what happened, but yeah, I still not a good outcome whatsoever, but it could have been
Much worse.
much worse.
Yeah.
And there's even more stuff going on here in town with the threats that have been happening. So
Yep.
it's just crazy to think about.
Mhm.
But if there is anything that you as a listener take from this, it should be that no matter how you look at it and no matter what side of politics you're on, shootings are now the leading cause of death in the United States for children. It used to be car crashes, but now it's shootings. School shootings, mass shootings, whatever. And it needs to be talked about. It's important.
Yeah.
Change needs to be made.
Unfortunately, it is a very, very prevalent issue here.
Yeah. And
And
I know it's hard to talk about for a lot of people because a lot of people will have personal experiences with it, but
right,
it it's important.
that we do something about it. Now, what we need to do, again, it's going to have to take a lot of reflection and pondering,
Yeah.
but we're going to have to do it. So,
So the next sort of not hard topic, but important topic that I wanted to touch on before I got into the fun stuff was voting. So in Indiana, October 7th is the deadline to register to vote. And if you don't know how to, Indiana offers well, not various, but an online voter registration that I will link um in the bio for this episode on RSS, and I'll also put it on our Instagram for the podcast.
hmm
Um,
if you are, I think I did it through College Board
yeah,
when I was a senior. So, if you are of age to vote and you're in high school, I think the easiest way to do it is just through
yeah.
College Board.
Since you should have that account running.
Right.
I know I can't access my college board anymore because I lost all the information for it. But if
Yeah.
you are able to, you can always do it through there.
It was pretty easy. So, if you are over that, though, if you're not a senior in high school anymore, you don't have the college board access, like Chan said, there's a bunch of different online
Yeah.
places you can
So
go
you can look at that, or I'm sure if you just look it up, you could probably find the answer. But we'll have that linked.
to. Right.
And then October 8th is the first day of in person early voting here in Indiana. And then October 24th is the application deadline for voting absentee by mail. But then actual election day ballots are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And if you don't know where to go, it used to be in Vanderbilt County that if you lived in a certain district or area, you had to go to a certain place, but they stopped doing that and you can go anywhere. So, like, if you live on the north side, you can vote at a place on the east side. So, I will also link a website that shows you where you can go if you are unsure.
Mm-hmm. And just a little like disclaimer, you should, no matter what your political party is, you should vote. A lot of people say like, you know, oh, if you want to vote third party, don't do it. It's not going to count. It's going to count. Don't vote for a specific party just because somebody else is, you know, trying to influence you to vote for that party. You vote who you think is best fit to be president. And that's your right
Yeah.
to do that.
And if you feel like your opinions and beliefs don't fit in with the quote two-party system, remember that there are other people to vote for other than Trump and Kamala.
Yeah,
And
third party.
there's other people to research about. I
Just
feel like,
make sure that you're researching it yourself and
yeah,
that you're making the decisions and picking the people that you want to be president or to represent the country.
yeah.
You.
So just remember that. It might not feel like your vote matters, but it does.
I mean, whether or not it's going to be listened to, now that's up to
Yeah,
the electoral college.
that's up, and that's our government's own issue, but
Yeah.
you should still vote. It matters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that was the hard bit of the episode, but we're going to talk about
fun stuff.
exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's new with you?
So today, this morning, bright and early, I took a chemistry exam. I genuinely don't think that it could have gone any worse. It was horrible. Yeah, I'm definitely, even with the curve, I think that I bombed it. So I'm feeling very sad about that. Feeling very discouraged as a pre-med. Um, I think because chemistry is so math based and I hate math and I'm so bad at it
Mhm.
that I don't even know. Hopefully I can get the ropes soon.
I think you will. You're very smart. This girl, she did ASM in high school. So, like at our little like class day thing when they announce all the scholarships, 50% of them were going Autumn Mosley, Autumn Mosley. I was like, "Oh my god, this girl has big bucks and scholarships." So, I'm sure you'll get the ropes of it cuz you're very smart.
Thank you. I'm just feeling like so. I'm feeling very like burnt out college kid right now.
Yeah, I get it.
And I like, I need to lock in really bad.
It's like
Right.
the sophomore slump, but it's the 5 weeks in slump.
5 weeks in freshman year, like, should
Yeah.
I drop out? Should I keep going?
Should I change my major? Like,
Yeah. It's all over the place. I don't even know. I have been enjoying classes that I didn't expect to be enjoying though. I'm in this like intro to theater class and I'm not even gonna lie, sorry if you're the TA or the teacher for this class, but I went into it thinking it was gonna be so boring and I wasn't gonna like it, but it's actually really fun because there's like practicum, so I get to work. It's like volunteering or like helping out with the theater, and it's really cool. So I get to like work in the scene shop, and sooner, sooner or later they're gonna be opening up the costume shop and the lighting, so I could help then. So I'm kind of excited, and it's actually kind of interesting to learn about.
yeah.
So I find it, ever since I was a kid, my English classes and my art classes, I kind of treated as my break classes. They were the classes that I like really enjoyed and I didn't find as difficult to keep up with.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, I do like my major. I wouldn't be a
Yeah.
biology major if I wasn't, into it. But it's mainly like chemistry, again, because of that math base. That's like really kicking my butt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it, so you're really taking one for the team.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks. Just have to work harder, I guess.
You'll get it.
What about you? Anything new with you?
Um, I recently decided to start playing saxophone again.
Ooh, okay.
I played it for 6 years, through band, from 5th grade to freshman year, but then I quit my freshman year, um, just 'cause there was a lot of drama within, like, the band, and I just wasn't in a good space, so I decided to quit. But literally on the second day of school here at UE, I decided to start playing again. So I am doing private lessons with Dr. Lacey in the music conservatory. And then I'm also doing pep band and the community band to just get my foot back in the
That's
door.
cool.
So yeah, it's been good. It's been a little rocky because I'm very hard on myself when it comes to like music stuff.
Mhm.
And obviously it had been 3 years since I played, so of course it wasn't gonna
Right.
be the best. But it's good. I'm learning through it. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Chance, if you guys didn't know, well, obviously don't know because this is our first time doing this podcast. You guys don't know us very well, but Chance is very musically inclined. She's very good at music. She plays a bunch of different instruments. She's really talented. She's really awesome. Um, no problem. Yeah, I think she said that she wants to be a music producer, and I
Yes.
think she's gonna be a really good one.
Thank
So
you. That's the
excited.
goal.
Yeah, excited to see what you come up with in the future.
Thank you. Speaking of music, I get I don't know why my voice just went up like that. I'm seeing 21 Pilots in concert in October.
Wow,
Very excited. I know you don't really listen to them.
I know nothing about 21 Pilots.
That's okay. We have time. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
I know the stressed out song. No, it's
You know
that.
Heathens too. You have to know Heathens from Suicide Squad.
I remember the 2016 Suicide Squad
Yeah. You know,
thing.
you probably know like Ride and
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know song. But everyone knows those songs. I don't know if there's any other ones off of any other albums that are like radio songs. But yeah, I'm seeing them in concert on October 8th up in Indy with my dad. Very excited. Love 21 Pilots. I've been listening to them since I think 5th grade.
Wow,
So, very excited.
in it for the long run.
Add it to my collection of concerts that I've been to.
Yeah, Chance has been to a lot of concerts.
I have. I also love to talk about them, but I always feel bad because I feel like I'm bragging.
I think though, I think it's cool to, you know,
Yeah,
talk about what concerts you've been to. I wish I could go to more concerts, but the tickets are like crazy
I know.
expensive.
That's the only thing is like there's people on I've seen on TikTok there's a trend right now with an Ethel Cain song called American Teenager where it's like the lyric is it's just not my year,
Mhm.
but I'm all good up here. I can't remember exactly. But they put like what concerts they're going to in the year and it's like some of them are like 20 different concerts. I'm like, where are you getting the
Yeah.
funds for this? Like I wish, but I don't know where you're getting the time or the funds.
Right.
So, yeah. But there is it's not really a concert, but an event coming to Evansville soon, the Rocky Horror.
Yes, the Rocky Horror. I'm so excited about that. They had it last year,
Mhm.
and Chance and I went along with my father and my our friend Gabby. So it's at the Old National Events Plaza, which is across the street from the Ford Center. Basically, what happens is they play the Rocky Horror Picture Show. If you guys don't know what the, I mean,
I mean, who doesn't?
yeah, you're.
Then again, Gabby didn't really know what it was, but
That's true.
not to call her out. But
I don't know. The Rocky Horror, it's a very like cult classic-y Halloween movie-ish. It's like based on Frankenstein. It's Dr. Frankenfurter and Janice and Brad and all them. And it's a really it's I don't want to say
it's
like it's not cringe.
I don't think it's cringy. I think it's just
It's just one of those cult classic movies. I don't really know how else to describe
yeah,
a cult
I don't
classic
know.
movie. What's another example of a cult classic movie? Like a more modern one so people would like maybe
I
connect with.
think is Saltburn considered a cult classic now?
That's true.
I think it'll turn into one, but it's one of those movies that it's very strange. Like the characters are strange, the
American
plot.
Psycho, is that considered a
Yeah,
cult
yeah.
classic? So it's just like it's one of those movies that everybody just, finds interesting and
Yeah.
likes.
It's like if you ask your parents about it, they've probably seen it a million times. It's just one of those movies. But
Mhm.
it's very good, and whenever that event comes to Evansville, they bring actors from the actual movie.
Yeah, last year they had Brad, the guy who played Brad, and
Mhm.
this year, because they're doing it again this year, they're having what's her face? I don't remember her name, but she was like Meatloaf's girlfriend, and she was like
Yeah.
the girl with the
The
hickory
red
cut.
hair.
Yeah, and she's gonna be there, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
But these little showings at the Old National Event Plaza are like especially fun, I guess, because it's very interactive for the audience.
Mhm.
Like they have not only are they playing the movie up on the stage, but they have actors like dressed up and acting it out in front of you also. But you can also buy like a little bag of goodies
Oh,
at the
wait,
front.
I don't think you buy it. I think they just give it to you.
I think that I think last time we bought them.
Oh, my
I don't
bad.
know.
I
They
don't
could change it.
I don't
But
remember.
it has like a bunch of stuff where you like get to throw toilet paper and you get to throw a deck of cards and you get like the little noisemakers
Mhm.
and party hats and little things like that. And people like yell and they sing throughout the performance, like audience members do, and they get really into it.
Yeah. It's like if you were to go to a movie theater and they do that for that movie at movie theaters too, but
Hmm.
this is just like the actors are doing it in front of you. It's very cool, very fun. Everyone who goes is usually like in costume too.
Yeah, they dress up as their favorite characters.
Yeah. So it's really nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't from around here and want something new to try.
Yeah.
Go to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
So recent things, the VMAs, I didn't watch it,
Neither did I.
but
I've just seen like clips from TikTok.
I've kept up with it. Or not while it was happening, I was working, but when I got off work, I kept up with like what happened on
Hmm.
through TikTok. Chapel Roan won, which was very exciting. I love Chapel.
Yeah.
Her performance was crazy cool, setting the stage on fire.
Yeah, that was cool. Everybody's like saying it was Joan of Arc, but
I don't.
I've heard that she was dressed as Joan of Arc.
Yeah, it
But
definitely is giving Joan of Arc, but I don't think that's what it was. I saw that she said in one of the interviews that she did there that it was, I don't remember the historical figure's name, but it's like she was known for being openly like LGBTQ plus, and she was like sort of not. I don't think it was in the time of Joan of Arc, but that sort of vibe. I don't know. I don't think she was dressed up as Joan of Arc, but
I don't know.
it
I
was a
don't know.
similar sort of vibe.
I think people automatically see woman in chainmail and think
Yeah.
Joan of Arc. Speaking of Joan of Arc, Halloween's coming up,
Yeah,
and on TikTok, OMG,
the costumes.
the costumes are crazy. Like, why would you think that it would be appropriate to dress up as Joan of Arc in a mini skirt
Mhm.
and crop top?
I think if you want to dress up as Joan of Arc, cool. I would just do it
Respectfully,
accurately.
yeah, respectfully and accurately.
Yeah.
That's the
Considering she was a real person, a real minor 17-year-old girl,
what she said. Hold up, you keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
and she's also a Catholic saint, and regardless if you are Catholic or not, I think you should still be
Oh, she
respectful.
was 19.
Oh, 19.
Wait, I think everything that she did when she like was
Mhm.
defending France, she was a minor, but it says that she was burned at the stake when she was 19.
Still young.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even 19 yet. So,
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's weird to it's just not really
yeah.
fitting well with me. Like if you're going to dress up as a real person,
Mhm.
a person who was very influential in their time
Mhm.
and positively impactful, I wouldn't really try to what's the word? Sexualize.
Yeah,
There it is.
sexualized.
Sexualize them.
Yeah.
Same thing with the nun costumes.
Yeah.
The sexy nun costumes, are you kidding me? It's just like if you want to be a, sexy, I don't know, nurse or well, the nurse costumes are also kind of iffy for me personally.
Yeah.
But
I personally don't really care about the nurse ones just cuz it's not
it's not like a specific.
it's like
Well, I guess it is disrespect. I don't know.
I'm very much like respect everyone's own beliefs, whether it's like religious or whatever. So I get why people get mad at the nun costumes. The police officer and nurse and
Yeah,
firefighter and stuff, it doesn't really bother me.
Mhm.
Um, but I completely understand why some people get mad about the nuns and stuff.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
personally not affected by it too much, but I understand why other people are.
yeah, I agree. I just don't think that making a sexy nun costume or sexy Joan of Arc is very appropriate.
Yeah, it's giving very much those statues of historical women
Yes.
that are completely like rubbed off and like shiny on like their chest
Yeah.
because people like they're known for that.
Mhm. It's just sad because those statues of those women
Mhm.
are supposed to kind of emphasize her positive impact and her influence
Yeah.
in that area and in a specific field. But then instead of respecting her for what she did and her accomplishments and
Mhm.
how she influenced, y'all are gonna rub up on her boobs,
Yeah.
the statue. Why? I don't.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Because you can clearly see it. Like,
Mhm.
all the rest of the statue is, like, kind of worn, but then, like, her genitals are literally all shiny from people rubbing up all on it.
Yeah, and it completely disregards like what the statue's there for. It's like rather than being like, "Oh, this is so and so. She did this and this for this country and whatever." It's, "Oh, this is the statue of so and so. Rub her tits for good luck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she becomes the boob statue.
Yeah.
And it's not just female statues that this is
I know.
happening to.
Yeah.
It's also male statues, because there's this one French,
Philosopher, I believe, or poet.
he
I think he was either a poet or a philosopher, but he was like
he was deemed
known.
romantic
Yeah, he
in
was like
some sense.
a romantic, and I guess he gave people advice about romance and stuff. But on his statue, which is actually his grave site in a cemetery, it's him. It's over his like burial site. It's like him laying down in
Mhm.
the coffin. You can see that people have rubbed his crotch area and in his mouth. But the thing is, the mouth part, I've seen that it's a tradition for men and women to sit on it, like
Yeah,
with
that's
their pants
nasty.
down.
That is just it's not only disrespectful, but it's just genuinely or generally nasty.
Yeah, I guess with that one's, I guess people don't think it's disrespectful since he was known for that sort of thing.
I don't know how I would feel personally if I was somebody like that.
Yeah,
And I would be rolling over in my grave personally.
yeah, I
If
don't
I found
know.
out people were sitting on my statue's face.
Yeah,
Are
with
you
their
kidding me?
pants down. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Crazy.
It's just
Interesting, but crazy.
it's weird that people think that like people would want to do that,
Yeah.
you know? Not trying to be judgy, but
But also trying to be judged. I'm just
but
kidding.
I'm also judging you.
But yeah.
Mhm.
But back to the VMAs. Katy Perry and I think her name is Doechii.
I have no idea.
I think I've heard of her before, but I had never listened to her stuff. That performance?
I didn't
Whoa.
see it. What was it?
Well, Katie did like a oh god, what's the name? Not melody, but just like a bunch of her songs. What is that called?
A compilation?
That's a word for it, but it's not the one I'm looking for.
A
But she does
mashup?
sure.
I don't know.
she did she just performed bits of like all her very popular songs, and at the end it was, I don't know if it was the end actually, but I think it was. It was her most recent song that is with Doechii. And they get a little frisky on stage. Not actually, but it was insinuated, I guess, through their dancing. It was really funny though, because Orlando, Katie's, I think, husband,
Yeah.
his reaction, he was like not taken aback or anything, but the way he was
Surprised.
staring at that stage,
Really?
like into it, it was funny because it immediately clipped back to him after the oh my gosh, after the performance was done, and then also people got Taylor Swift's reaction to it.
Mhm.
Her jaw was on the floor. It was really funny.
Mhm.
It was a good performance, I think.
Speaking of Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, do you know that they have a daughter and her name is Daisy Bloom?
I didn't even know she had a kid.
Yeah. She has a daughter and her name is Daisy Bloom. Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
That is so cute. Anyways, moving on. Oh,
check
well,
out
actually,
check out that performance because it's low-key kind of fire.
yeah. I was gonna say moving on from the VMAs, but I low-key want to talk about Sabrina Carpenter too.
Okay.
Because she won, I think she won an award, didn't she?
She did, and I don't know which one.
I don't know, but she looked great. I love Sabrina Carpenter. The short and sweet album, I'm giving fake fan. I haven't listened to the whole thing. But I've listened to Bedchem
Mhm.
and Good Graces a lot.
Mhm.
Taste is really good. Juno's really good. Um
I've
I
only
like
heard what's on TikTok. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah, it's understandable. That's how I like heard that she was like, well, that's not true. I was fully gonna lie to you. I did not. I did not.
Okay, so we're giving liar.
Oh, sorry. I have actually been a Sabrina stan since she came out with that one album that like oh my gosh. She was on Disney Channel,
Mhm.
right? She was on Girl Meets World and she was making
Oh
music
my,
at the
is
same
it the
time.
one with the song called Thumbs?
Thumbs, and then there was another one, a whole bunch of them.
I like the Thumb song.
Like, hold on.
The
Sabrina.
whole like thing that she says it where like the mother and the daughter and and whatnot. The way I would try to sit and like decipher that and be like, okay, so his brother. Is
Yeah, trying to see how people were related.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
that was a good song.
It's Can't Blame a Girl for Trying,
Okay.
2014. Loved that song. I was obsessed with that song. Eyes Wide Open, 2015. Loved that song. I was really into Sabrina when she was on Girl Meets World and when that came out, but then like kind of died off a little bit. And then
Mhm.
she came out with another album. I don't remember what it's called, but I remember one specific song called Diamonds, like Diamonds Are Forever or right now. Yeah, Diamonds Are Forever by Sabrina Carpenter. What album is this? Singular, Act 1. That was a really good album. I couldn't name any other song to you right now off the top of my head because it's been a while.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything since Thumbs until the last one where it was not the most recent one but with the one before that. And I only ever hear what's on TikTok, so
hmm But the reason why I guess I brought up the fact that, I used to be a stan back in the day because I'm actually feeling really happy for her that
mhm.
I feel like she's getting the popularity that she deserves because I think she's been making good music for a
Yeah,
really long time.
she's a really good singer.
Right. I love her vibe too. Like the pastels and
Yeah.
the blonde hair and
Mhm.
the whole like she's kind of giving baby doll Marilyn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I like it. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to the album. I have yet to do that.
You should do that and then you should listen to Singular.
I will. I've been too caught up in Miss Ethel Cain.
Ethel Cain, yeah.
Yeah. Love Ethel Cain
Mhm.
and Preacher's Daughter. I was a little late to the train with her, but love her.
Mhm. I know of a few songs of hers. American Teenager,
Mhm.
House in Nebraska, Strangers. Those are the ones that I think I've listened to the most and can
Yeah.
actually recall.
Those are probably the most popular songs on the album.
Yeah, I
Miss
really
TikTok listener, I'm just kidding. That's how I found her through TikTok. That's how anyone finds anything, though. But I think my favorite song on that album is probably Family Tree or Hard Times.
Mhm.
They're beautiful. Family Tree is beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it.
That was
Very much.
me trying to be like, yeah, that was a really good one and then I never listened to it before.
It's good. The whole storyline of that album. I can't wait for her to release more stuff under that alias.
Yeah, I really admire her storytelling
Yeah.
throughout the album. Uh Ptolemea though, I think that was the very first song of Ethel Cain's I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it kind of made me want to not
Yeah.
listen to her Not because it's a bad song. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's very
It's
well
it's
put together.
unsettling, but I like that it's unsettling.
It's very off-putting. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And so I listened to it and I was like, what is this? Um, yeah, I admire its artistic nature though.
Mm-hmm.
I see what she was trying to do, but I personally, I listened to the song once and I don't really think that I can listen to it again like in a daily enjoyable
Yeah, I get
aspect.
it. I like if it comes on my playlist, like if I put her album on, I'll skip over it if I'm driving just 'cause it's like it's literally just whatever that guy's saying in the beginning and then her screaming. So,
Yeah.
I'll skip over it whenever I'm like driving or doing something. But if I'm like sitting down and listening, like just listening to her music to listen to it, I'll play it.
Mhm.
Because the first time I heard it, it like gave me goosebumps, but now it's like I know it's coming, so it doesn't scare me. But
Yeah, it still scares me just a little bit.
yeah,
So it's still. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's a good song.
yeah.
You know, she put a lot of work into it. Obviously.
It's a beautiful album. If you haven't listened to it, first of all, you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
You should listen to it. It's really good. It's so beautiful.
Isn't she from the Midwest too?
Yes, she's from, I want to say Nebraska, but I don't actually think she's from Nebraska.
I don't know where Ethel Cain is from either, but I'm loving like the Midwestern girl like
Mm-hmm.
resurgence or not. It's not really a resurgence. Cause
It's definitely getting more popular with like Lana Del Rey, sorta Sabrina.
is Sabrina from the
I
Midwest?
believe so.
I don't even know. Where's Sabrina from? Oh, or not Sabrina. Ethel is from Florida.
Oh, really?
From
Well, so,
Tallahassee, Florida, so she's a faker and a fraud. I'm just kidding.
well, the House of Nebraska song is inspired by an actual house in Nebraska. That
Yeah,
is,
and Sabrina's from Pennsylvania, so she's also
oh,
a faker.
okay. Well, I
Maybe it's
guess
just Chapel. Chapel's from
Chapel Roan is from the Midwest, and I
yeah.
think Lana Del Rey is too.
Let's see, Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey is from New York.
Oh, okay. So,
I guess just specifically Chapel Roan, giving
yeah,
positive
I guess that's
attention
the
to
only
the Midwest.
non-fake singer. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song is based off of a real house in Nebraska that has like the guy went crazy and murdered his entire family and then himself.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she just completely made up the storyline.
No.
Okay, that's scary.
Yeah.
But doesn't she get eaten though? Like, isn't
Well,
part of
that
the
part
story?
is, I would imagine, made up. I'm sure it's happened to people in history, but I believe that storyline is made up. But the house itself is a real house. You can visit it. People go and visit it.
That's crazy. Have you seen that movie on Netflix, The Deliverance or whatever, the new one?
Yes, I did watch it.
Did you watch it?
I did.
That's based on a house in Indiana.
Yes. Yeah. It was a crazy movie. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It was like people were saying that it actually genuinely scared them. And it was scary. I don't know. I don't think I get scared by scary movies a lot, but it was pretty disturbing.
Yeah, it was. I think at the end though, where she's like talking to the demon though, it was kind of like
I know, yeah,
cringe.
that
I
one
feel
was
like
like, oh,
they could have made it more
yeah.
scary. Cause she was like, "We're all we've got, girl."
Mhm.
There's no way the demon just called her girl.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
what are you doing?
The little
But
bits were like, yeah, where the demon was like being like, "Okay, girl, slay," that sort of thing. I was like, "Okay, no demon's
right,
gonna be like that." But
yeah. But the part where he was like crawling up the wall and stuff,
mhm.
that was like, huh?
Just the fact that it's based on a real
Like
story
that's
in
actually
Indiana. Where in Indiana is it based on?
I think I don't remember. I think it's Gary.
Gary? Of
Gary,
course it's
Indiana.
Gary. Everything bad happens in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. But the guy from Ghost Adventures bought the house
Really?
because apparently it was supposed to be like a portal to hell or something.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Is that where he has his museum?
I don't know, but I'm never stepping foot anywhere near there.
I love Ghost Adventures.
I hate, well, not the show. I used to watch the show, but I hate anything ghost related
I
or demon related.
I like stuff like that. I get scared by it though. So like you're probably never gonna catch me ghost hunting.
No,
You'll
never,
never catch me with a Ouija board.
never, ever, ever,
Yeah, but
ever.
I believe in all that stuff.
I
So
mean, I'm interested about or like I like slasher films and I'm
mhm.
interested in learning or not you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Everybody likes a little like serial killer podcast where they talk about, you know, true crime and stuff like that. But in terms of paranormal and demonic, that's where I like draw the line because
Yeah.
that stuff actually kind of scares the.
Yeah, I find it so interesting, and I've always believed in ghosts and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
if that makes me crazy, then call me crazy. Sorry.
I'm not trying to ever mess with that ever.
Yeah, no, I used to want a Ouija board because I always wanted to try it out, and I don't. I've you won't ever catch me using one.
Yeah, ever.
I used to play that stupid Charlie game when I was little. Whether it's real or not, I don't know, but I used to play it all the time.
I heard that like the reason why it moves is because like your breath.
Well, yeah, but I would cover my mouth and it would still move. But then again, it could have been a draft. But I would play that all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I did too, but I started getting scared of it, so I quit.
Mhm. Me and remember whenever I played it like at recess and scared a bunch of kids and I got in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I blamed it on my friend. Anyways, I'm such a tattletale. I was such a tattletale in elementary school.
Yeah, I had an attitude problem, so
Yeah, no one can be perfect.
we were kids.
Yeah,
We've matured since then. Speaking of horror movies, we recently saw Long Legs. Well, not
not
recently. It was
recently.
over the summertime,
Yeah.
but it's
Let
been out
me in
now.
now, and it will be nice.
Yeah. The memes are like really funny. It was more honestly, I think the movie was more unsettling than it was scary.
Mhm.
Um,
I really liked it. A lot of people didn't, and there was a whole controversy with it apparently being transphobic.
really?
Yeah, because I think, don't quote me, I think the main guy who, like long legs, I think,
The guy who Nicolas Cage plays.
yeah, I think people thought that that character was trans, and maybe it actually is, like, in the storyline, but people thought that it was, like, done disrespectfully. I don't know.
I
I didn't catch that whenever I was watching it.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the beginning of the movie was scary when he was
Hmm.
like walking up to the little girl and whatnot.
That, like, jump scared me. Whenever she turned around and he was right there, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, definitely. But the rest of the movie I think was just kind of like, you know,
It was kind of funny.
yeah. When he started singing, that was funny. And obviously it became a meme on TikTok. Also, when he was yelling in the car, like driving, that had me in a giggle fit in the theater. I was
Yeah, we
laughing.
had to put our Texas Roadhouse rolls down. We brought in a bag of Texas Roadhouse rolls, and
Yeah,
we had to.
because who's gonna pay $50 for a drink and a bag of popcorn at the movie theater? I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll buy a drink, a $10 drink at the movie theater,
Yeah.
and I'll buy the ticket, but everything else I'm smuggling in.
You will catch me getting a slushy.
Those are, I mean, it's worth it
Although that new flavor that they got, that's like Fruity Pebbles. Don't waste your time. It doesn't taste like. It tastes like perfume.
though. Ugh.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I'll get me a bag of that mini free popcorn,
Mm-hmm.
$10 drink. Rest is in my purse. It's
Yeah.
pre-made.
We got our true fruit in our purse.
Those are so good. Our Texas Roadhouse rolls, fruit, all that. Uh, what were we talking about? Oh, long legs. I think the scariest parts of the movie for me were one when he started banging his head up against
Yeah.
the
When
thing,
he's being interrogated.
and he says like one word and then he just like
It was so
kills
loud.
himself.
It.
Or
Whoa.
am I allowed to say that on the
Did
podcast?
he kill himself?
Yeah, he smashed his face against the table repeatedly until he died.
Oh. Yeah, you can say that. I don't know. He
He
offed himself.
he he.
I didn't. I don't remember that.
I do vividly because it was scary. And then at the very end, the like demon cloak figure when it's like just
Oh,
black and
oh
then
my God! All
are you gonna say
of
something really scary?
no.
Okay, good. Sorry. Okay. Little context. We tried to record this earlier. We tried to record this podcast earlier, but Chance's mic was off. So we're re-recording it. It's currently 9 p.m. We're at student media, and we're all by ourselves, and it's
Yeah.
dark outside. So please,
No, but
we
the
hope
way
this
that you
isn't
just
scary.
looked out that window scared the crap out of me. No, I wasn't gonna say anything scary, but now I am scared. Anyways,
I shouldn't have mentioned that cloak thing because now I can't stop.
I was just gonna mention the symbol.
Staring at me like that.
Stop! I was just gonna mention the symbolism with like the what's it? The ram, the shadow following her around.
Ram scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I know. It's because they're supposed to represent the devil. But
Never get this.
did you notice that the entire film it was like following her around? Anyways, now I'm getting scared. You're scaring me.
Yeah, I think we should stop talking about this. Let's talk about something fun. How about, did we start talking about the Henry Danger memes yet?
Oh my god, Henry Danger,
I love the Henry Danger memes. I think they're so funny.
so funny.
Imagine being Jace Norman, though, the guy that played him. You're just scrolling on TikTok, and then you see, pictures of you from
I would love it.
a
I
shoot of
would
100
live
years
for
ago.
it. What does he?
Just-
Is he still act?
I have no idea. I haven't seen him.
I think he's too old now to be a Disney kid anymore.
Well, I don't think it was Disney. I think it was
Oh, it was Nick. Yeah, sorry.
So, yeah. They're so funny.
Yeah,
I think they're great. Also, I'm really into the orangutan memes.
the pointing.
Yeah.
Those are funny. I love the Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
That kills me every time.
Those are really funny.
Yeah.
Because it's like a piece of toast or Cheetos or something.
And you know what? You learn something new every day. I didn't know who Saddam Hussein was. I still kind of don't, but
All I know is that he was a dictator, politician
in
Iraq.
yeah.
And
And he was hiding from something.
who he was hiding from, couldn't tell you.
Probably a war, I would imagine.
No.
Isn't there like a lot of conflict? I don't know. Anyways,
We'll research and get back to y'all about that.
yeah.
I'm not trying to spread any.
If that's still
lie.
trending by next week.
That's true.
So yeah.
Okay, and before we wrap this first episode of our podcast up, we just want to give a special thanks to Student Media. Student Media is a student organization here at the University of Evansville. Student Media produces the Crescent magazine, which is published online and in print 3 times a semester. Student Media produces several podcasts and utilizes design, photography, video, and sound towards experiential and academic learning in journalistic endeavors and engages in storytelling. Student Media elevates the voice of the student body and connects the campus and community to important information and points of view. So, thank you again, Student Media, for the opportunity to do this podcast.
And thank you guys for listening. Be sure to tune in each week for something new. Thank you.